Early beginnings. The game's origins trace back to 12th century France, evolving from jeu de paume or game of the palm, where players hit a ball with their hands. Over centuries, rackets replaced hands, and the sport began its slow, deliberate march towards formalization. This early iteration laid the groundwork for the modern game, setting the stage for its eventual global proliferation. For many years, the game remained largely a pastime for royalty and the elite. By the 1870s, major clubs emerged across England, establishing formalized rules and competitions. The inaugural Wimbledon tournament in 1877 marked a pivotal moment, crowning Spencer Gore as its first champion. At this time, the sport maintained strict amateur status, meaning players could not accept prize money, which limited participation to those with independent means and hindered professional development. Dwight F. Davis. The sport's insular nature changed significantly with the arrival of Dwight F. Davis, an American politician and tennis player. Davis championed the idea of international team competition, believing it would ignite national pride and broaden the game's appeal beyond individual championships. His vision materialized in 1900 with the founding of the Davis Cup, a groundbreaking team tournament designed to pit nations against each other. This innovation proved to be a masterstroke for generating excitement. The inaugural Davis Cup match saw the USA team, spearheaded by Davis himself, defeat the British Isles, sparking immense national interest in tennis. This new format emphasized camaraderie and country representation, drawing in spectators who might not have followed individual tournaments. Consequently, the Davis Cup quickly became a prestigious event, significantly boosting tennis's profile and laying crucial groundwork for its eventual global expansion. The success of this team format demonstrated a clear path for tennis to transcend its elite origins and capture a wider audience. Suzanne Lenglen. The 1920s witnessed the emergence of Suzanne Lenglen, a French tennis star who revolutionized the sport's public image. Lenglen's dominance on the court, coupled with her captivating personality, transformed her into the world's first female celebrity athlete. She secured an astounding 21 Grand Slam titles, including 6 consecutive Wimbledon championships from 1919 to 1925, a feat that cemented her legendary status. Her unparalleled skill and theatrical flair captivated global audiences, drawing unprecedented attention to women's tennis. Lenglen's influence extended beyond her impressive win record. She brought a new level of glamour and artistry to the game, popularizing stylish tennis attire and dramatic on-court expressions. Consequently, her performances transcended mere athletic competition, becoming must-see events that drew massive crowds and widespread media coverage. Her star power ignited interest in tennis across continents, demonstrating the sport's potential to create international icons and appeal to a broader demographic. This era marked a significant step in tennis's journey toward becoming a truly global spectacle. The amateur era. For decades, the sport's most prestigious tournaments, including the Grand Slams, remained exclusively amateur. Champions received no prize money, only trophies, which severely restricted participation to affluent individuals who could afford to play without financial compensation. This strict adherence to amateurism prevented many talented players from competing at the highest levels, as they could not sustain themselves financially. Consequently, the game struggled to fully professionalize and broaden its appeal to a wider demographic of athletes. The rigid amateur system faced increasing pressure as professional tours began to emerge, offering financial incentives to top players. Fred Perry, a prominent British star and 8-time Grand Slam winner, made the pivotal decision to turn professional in 1937, relinquishing his right to compete in Grand Slams. His departure highlighted the widening chasm between amateur and professional tennis, a divide that grew increasingly unsustainable as more players sought to earn a living from their sport. This tension between amateur ideals and professional aspirations would ultimately force a dramatic change in tennis's global structure. Jack Kramer. The push for professionalism gained significant momentum with Jack Kramer, a dominant American player in the 1940s, who transitioned into a powerful pro tour promoter in the 1950s. Kramer understood the immense appeal of professional tennis and actively recruited top amateur talent, signing stars like Pancho Gonzalez to lucrative contracts. He passionately advocated for an open tennis concept, believing that amateur and professional players should be allowed to compete against each other in all tournaments. This idea directly challenged the entrenched amateur establishment. Kramer's relentless efforts to organize and promote professional tours widened the financial opportunities for players, thereby attracting more top talent away from the amateur circuit. His vision directly contested the prevailing amateur ideology, which restricted player earnings and limited the sport's commercial potential. Consequently, the widening gap in earning potential between the two circuits intensified pressure on governing bodies to reconsider their rigid amateur rules, paving the way for a more unified and globally accessible sport. Kramer's persistent challenge to the status quo set the stage for a monumental shift. The Open Era. The mounting pressure from players and promoters finally culminated in a seismic shift for tennis, the dawn of the Open Era. This pivotal moment occurred in 1968, beginning with the Wimbledon Championships. For the first time in history, professional players were permitted to compete alongside amateurs in the sport's most prestigious tournaments, effectively dismantling the long-standing amateur-professional divide. This unification meant that the best players in the world could now face each other consistently, creating more compelling and competitive events. The immediate impact of the Open era was profound, as evidenced by Rod Laver's remarkable achievement in 1969. Having returned to Grand Slam competition, Laver accomplished an unprecedented second calendar Grand Slam, winning all 4 major titles in a single year, a feat that showcased the combined might of formerly segregated talents. This triumph underscored the immense potential unleashed by open competition, signaling a new age for the sport. Tennis, at long last, was united, setting the stage for its rapid expansion into a truly global phenomenon. The Golden Age. The 1980s and 1990s marked a significant period of global explosion for tennis, often referred to as its Golden Age. This era witnessed the emergence of charismatic and dominant players such as Boris Becker, Stefan Edberg, Pete Sampras, and Andre Agassi, who captured the imagination of fans worldwide with their contrasting styles and fierce rivalries. Each player contributed uniquely to the sport's growing appeal, showcasing diverse approaches to success and creating compelling narratives for audiences. Consequently, interest in professional tennis surged across continents, driving unprecedented viewership. During this period, television deals for tennis tournaments soared globally, making matches accessible to millions in new markets. Networks in Europe, Asia, and the Americas heavily invested in broadcasting rights, transforming Grand Slams and major tours into highly anticipated international events. As a result of increased media exposure and the magnetic personalities of its stars, tennis rapidly evolved into a major marketing juggernaut. Endorsement deals for players and lucrative sponsorships for tournaments became common, solidifying tennis's position as a premier global sport with significant commercial power. Asian market boom. The early 21st century witnessed a pivotal expansion into the Asian market, largely propelled by the success of Li Na, China's first Grand Slam champion. Li Na's breakthrough victories at the French Open in 2011 and the Australian Open in 2014 resonated deeply within her home country and across the continent. Her triumphs demonstrated that an Asian player could achieve ultimate success on the global stage, shattering previous geographical barriers in the sport. Consequently, her achievements sparked a massive surge in tennis interest throughout Asia, a region previously considered a secondary market for the sport. This newfound enthusiasm translated into significant investment and growth as new professional tournaments began to emerge across China and other Asian nations. These events provided more opportunities for local players and brought top-tier tennis directly to millions of new fans, further cementing the sport's global footprint. The rise of players like Li Na, combined with strategic development in key markets, solidified Asia as a critical component of tennis's worldwide economic and competitive landscape. This expansion proved that tennis possessed the universal appeal to thrive in diverse cultural environments. Big Three era. The current era of men's tennis is undeniably defined by the unprecedented dominance of the Big Three: Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. Beginning in the early 2000s, these 3 athletes have collectively dominated the sport for over 2 decades, winning an overwhelming majority of Grand Slam titles and other major tournaments. Their consistent excellence has captivated fans and pushed the boundaries of athletic performance, creating a level of sustained greatness never before seen in tennis. Their combined achievements are simply staggering. Together, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic have redefined what is possible in terms of records and longevity in professional tennis, continuously breaking and setting new benchmarks for Grand Slam titles and weeks at world number 1. Their intense rivalries and contrasting playing styles create compelling narratives that transcend national boundaries, making their matches global spectacles. Consequently, the universal admiration for their skill, sportsmanship, and sustained excellence has generated unprecedented global appeal for the sport, drawing in millions of new viewers and solidifying tennis's status as a truly global phenomenon. This era represents the pinnacle of men's professional tennis, impacting viewership and participation worldwide. Digital age. The advent of the digital age profoundly impacts how tennis connects with its global audience, moving beyond traditional broadcast models. Social media platforms allow fans to engage directly with players, tournaments, and news in real time, fostering a more intimate connection to the sport. This direct interaction helps build player brands and humanizes the athletes, making them more relatable to millions around the world. Consequently, fan engagement tracks at unprecedented levels, significantly boosting the sport's widespread appeal. Meanwhile, content consumption diversifies rapidly, extending far beyond live matches to include behind-the-scenes footage, Training updates, and personal vlogs. Official channels, fan-created content, and highlight reels proliferate across various digital platforms, offering fans multiple ways to experience tennis on demand. Therefore, the digital landscape ensures that tennis is always accessible, transcending geographical and time zone barriers. This continuous, multifaceted digital presence truly globalizes tennis, solidifying its standing as a sport with universal reach and unwavering fan dedication.
If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe for video. Thanks for watching.